Hello, Michael, back, Men's League Michael, back with a little quick review of the Bauer Pro goalie skates. I think that's the full name of them, Bauer Pro Senior goalie skates. Yeah, that is the full name. A little bit about me, Michael, in my mid-30s. I've been playing goalie for a long time, since I was like 15 years old or so, 8 years old, 10, I don't remember. 8, I think I've been 8, yeah. Anyway, I played men's league in Seattle, and I'm kind of an equipment junkie. I love goalie equipment. I love following all the accounts online on Instagram and such, seeing new product, trying things out. And I like to give a little bit of my knowledge to you guys because I'm always looking for information when I'm spending the ridiculous prices that goalie gear now costs. With my true 12.2 pads this year, investing in some Kova goalie neck guards. Check out Kova, they're fantastic if you're looking for custom neck guards or suspenders. And today I've got the, I think, new for 2021. It is, March 2022, when I have these skates. And checking out the Bauer Pro Senior goalie skates. Ooh, so a little bit what I've been skating in. So I've been in a Bauer 2S Pro for the last 2-3 years or so. Liked those skates. They were a little big on me. I had a size 10 double E. They no longer do the double E and D widths for Bauer. It is all fit 1, fit 2, fit 3, which at first was wildly confusing, but it makes sense. Essentially, fit 1 is for narrow feet, fit 2 is kind of normal, fit 3 would be the equivalent of an EE or a wide foot. So the higher the number, the wider the boot, the lower the number, the more narrow the boot. The big differences between the 2S Pro, for those coming from a 2S Pro or earlier, the toe, I think, was the thing that caught me most off guard. This toe on the skate is a lot more trimmed down. The profile of it isn't as kind of boxy or bulky as the 2S or the ultrasonic skates were. And that's one of the first things that I did notice. I think that's probably Bauer's way of saying we're kind of cutting down on the weight of things. Obviously, the big thing with a goalie gear seems to be is we want to cut down on weight. It's not as heavy. Look at how light it is. They even put it in the name of their products with hyper light. That's right. Funny thing about the Hyperlights, because I have a ultrasonic stick and I tried the Hyperlight, which is the lightest stick on the market. Really love the grip on the Hyperlight. Sorry, going off on a tangent. But notice that the Hyperlight stick, they shaved off like the top 3 inches of the stick. It's not as tall, which is how they probably recovered that weight in the stick. So anyway, back to the skates. These skates, in kind of a nutshell, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but they're really slick looking skates. I think they look really nice. You obviously get the, what's it called? LS5G Vertex Carbon blades. I'm on the ice 4 days a week. I probably get a sharpening every other week or so. They're fantastic. I have great edges on them, great skating. My footwork I feel like is great in Bauer skates. I've used Bauer skates for quite some time. I grew out of Cowlings a long time ago. I know some people still like Cowling skates. That's cool, to each their own. They're very comfortable skates. I baked them once, put them on for 5 minutes, tied them real tight, let them go, and in about a skate or two, they're a lot more comfortable than my 2S Pro skates. I presume they're probably more comfortable than the Ultrasonics. Looking at the inside of the skate here, you've got this Pro Comfort liner, marketing jargon for, hey, look at how comfortable our skate is. The big thing I notice is kind of the footbed of the skate. They're a lot more comfortable than my 2S Pros. My 2S Pros hurt my feet for the longest time, and even 2 years later, my 2S Pros would hurt my feet off and on for a period of time. I don't know why that is, but in these skates, as long as you bake them once, I feel like they're a lot more comfortable. They fit my foot a little bit tighter too, which I like. I know the tightness kind of is like a gross word. It's not so tight that you're like, I can't breathe in them. You can still move in them, but they're definitely more of like a comforted like blanket feeling, which I do like. I really love the tongue on the Pro. You can tell it's really high quality. It's very soft. I have no lace bite, rubs on my foot, not at all. So it feels very comfortable. I do have one big gripe about these skates though. They are only a month and a half old. And I don't know if you can tell in this lighting, but right where the contact point is on these skates, let me try to point it out here and here. When you're down in a butterfly and you're pushing off and rubbing on the ice, this area is already rubbing off. The materials are coming off of the skate. The ice, because this is the only contact area that this thing is on, this is the inside of the skate. So here we go, front of the skate, side of the skate that's on the post, and here's the inside when you're down in a butterfly. And let me try to get the camera on that. Hard to tell, but especially here you can see the materials are just rubbing off in a very weird, awkward fashion. Same thing with here. This is the right skate. Let me give you the left. Again, inside of the skate. Here we go for the close-up. And as you can see, the materials here are rubbing off. And more concerning is this area here. I don't know if you can really see it. I'll try to get a couple different angles. It looks like this brownish color. It's actually this like gray color rubbing off. And you can see like I can push on it. This stuff isn't really going anywhere. So it's not like I just dropped these in something. Their materials are rubbing off. They're $850 skates that I've had for a month and a half. Very concerning. I reached out to Bauer to ask about this. They gave me the whole runaround that this isn't a manufacturing defect. This is because of me. And I fought back and said, my 2S Pros, which I had for 3 years, never did this whatsoever. I mean, this is a normal position. You're down in a butterfly. It is meant to be built knowing that it's going to be rubbing on ice for quite some time. So, like, wildly disappointed at Bauer. They didn't back up the quality of the skate. They didn't offer to do anything. They didn't offer to replace the skate, give me a refund, nothing. They gave me the runaround that this was my fault and that this is something that is not a manufacturing defect. These skates are a month and a half old. Why is the material rubbing off? Did they not build them for people who play hockey and rub on the ice? It's wildly confusing and disappointing because I've had really good experiences with Bauer in the past. Their stick warranty is really good. If they break, they do replace them. I've had Bauer blockers that have broken within months and they've replaced them, but for some reason their skates they don't want to back up. So I'm kind of torn on these skates. They're the most comfortable skates I've ever had. I tried them compared to a true TF9. I like these better than the true TF9. I thought the true TF9, the tongue wasn't very comfortable. I know the tongue's customizable, but if I'm spending that kind of money, can you not just give me the most comfortable tongue? So they're wildly comfortable, but the materials, man, what are you doing, Bauer? Very frustrating. So I don't know what to really say about these skates. On one hand, they're fantastic. I don't know if anyone else has had this problem. Maybe this is just something that I encountered with this pair of skates. It's really frustrating. I was going to wait for the Bauer Connect skates to come out, the laceless skates that are coming out, I think summer of 2022, but I opted to just splurge on these things. I love them, but at the same time too, I'm worried, like in a year, is this skate going to be just completely rubbed off, and compromised if I take pucks there? So wildly frustrating. So I would proceed with caution. I would assume this is something that's just happening to me, because I've not read anything anywhere that people are having this issue of materials rubbing off on their skates. Again, a month and a half old, they're brand new. But be cautious. Bauer is not going to fix this for you if you do encounter the same problem. So yeah, that's my review on the Bauer Pro Senior Goalie Skates in 2022. Might want to hold out for the Bauer Connects if you're interested in the laceless ones, or try True. They might have a better warranty program. Yeah, just kind of disappointed about this. But anyway, they're great skates otherwise. So I'm happy and also kind of upset that they didn't offer to do anything for me. But anyway, this is getting kind of long. Hope this helps you out. They are a great skate. Maybe in a year or two when they come down in price, when the new line comes up, pick them up. Just be super cautious of, materials on the inside when you're down in a butterfly kind of rubbing off. Anyway, hope this helps. Love you goalies out there, and keep stopping pucks.